loves, welcome to my channel, welcome to another vlog. Oh my god, it has been the longest time since I uploaded a YouTube video. It's even been the longest time since I last chatted to you in the camera. It feels so, I'm just so happy to be back and chatting to you guys on the camera. I have missed you. I thought later this afternoon we can go and sit for tea and we can have a bit of a massive catch up. I can tell you where I've been, what's happened, what's going to be happening, and yeah, so today I thought we could spend a nice cozy day together. I'm just about to do my morning skincare, get myself ready for the day. Plans for today, just going to have a nice kind of chill day at home, to be honest. We haven't really got much planned. My sister is going to college today for her tester day, so it's just going to be me and you for a couple of hours, which is just going to be really, really nice. We haven't had a couple of hours to ourselves in a very long time. And yeah, so I'm just about to get myself ready. We've just had a bit of a slow start to the morning. I've just made my bed, the washing out. I'm also going to quickly say this, I have got a bit of a cough, which I've had for the last week or two. It is starting to clear fully now. In the last week it has been less frequent, less annoying. It's still kind of there, if that makes sense. So where I'm really coughing, but I'm planning on just cutting out as much as possible because this is a bit annoying, to be honest. And yeah, but I'm going to quickly get myself ready for the day. I'm going to wash my face, as I said, brush my teeth, do my hair, and yes, I think later this evening we're going to have a shower, have a nice really cozy evening at home. I might start the rewatch of Gilmore Girls today. It is the 1st of June. No, it's not the 1st of June, it's the 1st of July. So it's kind of 2 months into September, autumn's on its way. My goal is, as I said, is to watch Gilmore Girls all the way until the 31st of October. After that, it is Christmas, and yeah. So I think I might have a shower, get some. I might pop to the co-op later and get a nice little snack or something. Just a nice little sugary snack. Get to bed. Watch Gilmore Girls. Maybe. I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, I can't wait to spend a nice cozy day with you all. Guys, I have just done my skincare, just brushed my teeth. I'm now just about to get myself ready for the day. Outfit of the day is going to be these linen trousers, which are from Primark. These are in the size small. And I'm just going to be wearing this basic t-shirt from Next in this dark blue colour. I don't really wear this kind of colour, but this is the only t-shirt left in my wardrobe. Last week it was boiling hot to the point where it was unbearable, where I had to keep changing my outfits every couple of minutes because I was getting too hot and sticky in them. And I'm not one of those people that like to sit in their own sweats. As soon as my t-shirt, my trousers, my shorts, as soon as I get sweaty in the item, it's coming off and I'm changing. So I must have gone through a lot of t-shirts last week because this is literally the last t-shirt in my wardrobe. My mum's just done a wash. There's quite a few of my t-shirts on the line, so we're not worrying. I have finally just sat down with a cup of tea. Look how cute this mug is. I bought this a couple of weeks ago from TK Maxx, and not gonna lie, this is my favourite mug that I've purchased so far. I saw this on Instagram. So the TK Maxx and Home Sense do two, maybe three, but definitely to just there's just two that I want to get in this like hydrangea blue and white pattern. So we've got like this one, which is hydrangeas and seashells, and I saw this and its sibling about like April, and I've been looking for it ever since. And then quite recently, I went to my local TK Maxx and I was just about to leave, and I went, do you know what? Because it just clicked to me as I was about to leave that they have a bit of a mug section by the tills that I forget to check. And as soon as I went into that little bit, I saw it and I was like, oh my god, you're coming in with me. It was about £4.99, I think. £4.99. And it is such a good mug. I'm now on the hunt for its sister. Also, it's giving me the TV show Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm on a hunt for some really nice mugs, not gonna lie. I think I'm in my mug obsession era. I want all the mugs. I think Christmas was definitely me getting into mugs. Like, I've always loved mugs, and I always love a good old mug. But I think since Christmas, we have been on the mug obsession. I want all the nice mugs. This autumn, babes, I don't think, we'll be buying a lot of autumn decor. I think we'll be buying a lot of autumn mugs. There's quite a few mugs that I want to see about finding that were like viral, like on the hunt for some really good mugs that I can use for obviously to drink out of as well, but like that look really really cute in pictures and stuff, like for Instagram and like for content purposes. I've been drinking out of this every single day and I just absolutely love it. It's one of my faves. It is so big and yeah. Anyway, so I've now got my cup of tea. We've now sat down and I thought we could have a bit of a catch up because we haven't really chatted. It's been for about 3 weeks since we last chatted. It was probably been a bit like more than that because that was when I last uploaded a YouTube video. It was like 3 weeks ago. But we probably last spoke about a week before that. I miss talking to you. I love talking to you, to be honest. I am very much, I like to share things. I like to just spend the day with you, really. Let's go backwards. We're going to start off with last week and why I didn't really post anything, even though like on Instagram and on TikTok. And that was because the UK was in a heat wave. I do not do well in the heat. I'm so sorry. I do not do well in the heat. Get me over to the North Pole immediately when it's the heat wave. I'm so sorry, but I just can't function. Sluggish and tired, and pretty much all week just scrolling for TikTok, Instagram. I was doing other little bits like in the morning. I was doing a couple of bits in the morning, and so I was doing like productive things in the day. But I was just like from like 1:30 in the afternoon. I was just like, oh. And I think what was really a really bad day for me was literally when it got to like 35. I can't remember what day that was, but it got to 35 and I was like, oh, just give me some cold air. Just give me some cold air. Like, I was not doing very well in the heat, and I've also got asthma, and in the hot weather, my asthma does get triggered a lot. Same in the cold. Like if it's freezing, I do get I do get quite wheezy in the hot and in the cold. So I'm not like that's like one reason why I don't do very well in the heat. And then the week before, I caught an illness. I was so tired. Um, I just couldn't like do anything. Um, so I came back from a productive kind of day on the Monday, and like I woke up, I was all fine. I had breakfast. I managed to get myself ready, that kind of thing on the Monday. And then when I got back, I was just so headachy, so tired. I started to feel a little bit like lethargic, and everything. I was just like, mm. And then like Tuesday, I woke up and I had a bit of energy Tuesday, but not like a lot. Does that make sense? Like I was like kind of like dipping in and out. My plan was actually to film on that day. I started to vlog that morning. I started to set up my tripod, make myself a cup of tea, make my bed, and then we're about to sit down and chat, and then we're going to go and have a shower. And then after my shower, that's when I started feeling a little bit like tired, and I just sat on my bed after my shower like this for ages. And then my granddad phoned me, which annoyed me even more because I wanted to just push through and see if I can try and vlog that day. And then my granddad phoned and asked if I could quickly help my uncle so he can cut the bushes. And I wish I never said yes to it because I could have actually maybe had a bit more of a rest day. And then Wednesday, I was again like feeling much better. I started to develop a cough, which I still kind of got, but it wasn't as bad. Last week I was quite like wheezy with my cough and everything, but like I still had energy. I needed to go out on Wednesday, so I managed to pick me up, get myself ready, pretty much paracetamol as I can, pretty much throughout the day, drug me up, and obviously within the time limits and stuff like that, when I can take one, and obviously the limit and everything. I wasn't like overusing medication. I always follow the correct amount. If that makes sense. And then managed to do that. Came back home about like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I was again like I was really tired. I started becoming a bit lethargic again, and then again like the rest of the week I was pretty much like in and out. And then the Friday, which was the 19th of June, I felt slightly better, but still a little bit like that. And that Friday, my dad and I were going to Thorn Park. I got given a voucher for my birthday. To go to Thorn Park, and it was a really, really good day. I really enjoyed, got to spend the day with my dad, and really nice. Um, but I was still feeling a bit like headachy, tired and stuff, which wasn't, but it wasn't as bad. Like I was still doing it. I think also because I didn't eat. I didn't eat much on the Friday. I think it made me feel even like worse because when we went on the way home, we stopped at a service station that we stopped at. Dad and I liked the service station. It was a really like good service station. I'm not too sure what it's called, so I couldn't like tell you where it is or anything, but it had like a Nando's. What else did it have? Obviously like McDonald's, WH Smith's, M&S. It had another restaurant. I can't think of the other restaurant. But obviously had the normal like fast food places like KFC, that kind of thing. It was brilliant. We really enjoyed, not gonna lie, I really enjoyed going there. And I ordered a wrap, my normal wrap, a spicy, I think it was spicy chicken wrap with some chips, and a Sprite. I always get like a Sprite from them, and I was just not like that hungry. I try to push through as much as I can. Every mouthful, I just felt really sick. I just felt really sick. So anyway, we took it home with me, and I just when I got home, I finished it off pretty much. Yes, it was cold, but it was fine. And then yeah, Saturday and Sunday. So Sunday it was my dad's. It was Father's Day, so we just spent the day with Dad. We had a barbecue. Chilled the weekend, especially after having a very busy week. And then the week before that, so the week before it all started going downhill, I just didn't have time. I was also kind of concentrating on making sure there was a TikTok, Instagram reel each day that week. Because my goal is to try and post at least every single day, for 6 months. That's my goal. Obviously, I have missed like last week, for example, and yeah. Okay guys, so I have just been getting on with a bit of gardening. I've just tidied up a couple of bits around the garden. I have just made myself a quick and easy lunch. So we've got some dried rosemary crackers from Tesco. I love these crackers from Tesco. They're really nice, like just plain with like no butter, no cheese. They're really nice with like butter and cheese as well, or pate or whatever, but I just love them without. I've got some turkey slices cut up. I've got some apple and some Granny Smiths and some cheese. I love apple and cheese together, especially like Granny Smiths. I really love like that combo. I also really like celery and cheese at the same time. I just think the vegetable and the cheese just goes really nice. So I'm just going to eat this, tidy up in the kitchen, finish off what I wanted to do, make my mum a bit of lunch, and then I think later this afternoon I want to do a bit of a deep like clean, because obviously I haven't really been doing much in the last couple of weeks, because obviously I've been poorly, and then the heat wave. My room has become a bit of a mess, so I do want to maybe just tidy it up a little bit. It's not messy, like it's quite tidy. I'm very much a tidy person anyway, but it's like dusty. There's just bits like all over the place, which I just want to put away, and yeah, just give my room a bit of a tidy. So I'm gonna do that later this afternoon.
smile, cloistered in injustice there. And in the eyes of time, nobody is losing. The sparrows will be here by dawn. When we find it's over, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. I made an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out an old pen and wrote something for me. He kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I
just spent the last couple of hours on my computer, and I thought that I could give you a bit of a room update. So if you don't know, I am currently kind of like transforming my bedroom to like from childhood, teenage, mismatch bedroom to a bit more of an adult, kind of like how I would decorate my own home if I, if I was to move out, let's say tomorrow. This is how I would want to decorate, and I am more leaning towards the neutral aesthetics, the greens, the beige, the browns, those kind of colours, but doing it in a like Nancy Myers aesthetic. I might be adding a couple of like blue and white touches, and other little colours like that. We will be adding a lot of gold. I love like rustic gold at the moment, and yeah, we're not really going to change much. I might be changing my bed at some point, my bedside table, maybe my desk. Definitely this side table, we're going to get a different one. I do want one which is got slightly more drawers in, as well. I might be taking this down and adding a shelf. I'm not too sure, but I do quite like it. It's quite handy to have, but because of the drawers, it's not that practical, if that makes sense. And obviously we're going to keep the shelving, so that one there and the one behind you, and yeah, obviously like we're going to keep the carpet. I might change the curtains because the curtains don't close now. Like they close, but there's always a gap, which is just like really annoying. So I'm gonna get some different ones. I might go for like a neutral one. Obviously things like bedding we're gonna change as well. And yeah, we're just gonna make it a bit more me. Now I haven't really done much to this shelving. We're going to focus on this shelving first. Actually, no, I've added my lamp here, and this lamp has been here for a couple of weeks, so you would have seen it in my last vlog. And then I added this coffee table book, and that is pretty much it. Now, I have also swapped the big print that was up here to this little photo frame. It's just got a bit of paper in at the moment. It is this gold photo frame. Let me just show you. So my mum bought me bought me 2 frames to store my certificates in. So one's got like student of the year one, and I've got another one with past progress in. I'm not too sure which one this one is, but because it's hidden by the piece of paper. And my plan is actually to put a print in here. So I'm not too sure like what kind of print I'm going to go for, but I just think it looks so much more better. Then having the big, it was about this size, like slightly smaller print like up there, and also then I can now add a lot more like decor pieces. But I do not know over here if anyone has any suggestions. I do think what might be kind of nice is to have a couple of like small photos here, like maybe one like there, and then another one like there or something, and have like a couple, and then a candle or something, like a nice candle. But then also I'm not too sure what I want to do at the top, so I don't know if I want to do like loads of like, have this one as the main picture, if that makes sense, and then have like multiple little ones. I do have this little picture of me, which I'm thinking of putting in a frame, but I'm not too well, I'm going to put it in a frame anyway. And then I thought it would kind of be quite cute to have it there, but I'm not, I don't want like too much gold. I want other like colours and stuff, like obviously neutral colours like beige and cream. But I don't know. Like I don't know if I want to go for this kind of thickness either. It's just I'm just like obviously debating, and then a little plant, a real life plant to go here. Again, I'm not too sure. I don't know if I'm going to keep these books here. Probably not. These probably will get put away. And yeah, the only thing that I know that I'm going to keep the same is this radio. My radio here. I might move it over. I keep saying this, but I just think being able to sit here in the morning with like nice, just a nice place to sit. I just think it would be really nice. What I might do is I might get the chair at the same time when I upgrade my office chair and go for like the same one, but maybe if I go slightly different with the chair, I'm not too sure. Branches in, which I quite like. I like this setup, but it's not, I don't know, it's not really giving like Nancy Myers. No, like I don't know if I want it like maybe this size, maybe just like a bit more of a plain, like just like a, not too like thick or anything, just like a basic frame, and have like one here and then one there. Or do I want like just one in the middle, if that makes sense? Like I don't know, it won't be this frame, but because I want to add a lot of like photos and prints and things like that in my space. I just think that gives.
Thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your